What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I sound sick because I am sick. I'm sorry, but I want to get this video out for you guys today, so you're just gonna have to deal with a sick voice, and that's okay. So I asked you guys on Instagram for questions regarding motherhood, pregnancy, postpartum, just about my life, etc. And you guys delivered with so many freaking questions. I'm so excited to answer all of these questions for you guys, or as many as I can. Oliver is taking a nap right now. He's sick as well, so I might have to jump back and forth while filming just to make sure he's okay. But if you're excited for this video, give it a like, comment down below video ideas for the future. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos. If you want to be able to ask questions, definitely go to my Instagram. I do a lot on my Instagram now, and I also do a lot on TikTok as well. YouTube is kind of my least priority, but I'm trying to get better at being on YouTube because it's just a little bit more involved on YouTube. But I am going to get back on here for you guys because I miss it. I know you guys probably miss me, I hope so. But let's go ahead and answer some questions. So if you want to be a part of this, definitely go follow me on Instagram. It's Black Lace Beauty on there like it was on here. I obviously changed it to my name now. But you guys asked so many questions. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna go ahead with the first question. The first question is favorite thing about pregnancy. And for me personally, my favorite thing was definitely feeling him kick. I had I don't think it was an interior, I think it was, I don't know. I had the placenta where it's harder to feel them kick or see on the outside them kick. I forget exactly which one that one's called. But when I felt him go crazy in there, it was so crazy and nothing like I ever imagined before. It's definitely something that I miss now that I'm not pregnant, and like I'm excited for when I have my next baby. But that definitely was my favorite thing, I think. And then also knowing like he was safe inside of me, that was also like really nice to know. But yeah, the next question is my favorite brand of diapers. We've actually only tried 2 brands and I loved them both. We used Huggies when we were in the hospital because that's what the hospital provided for us, and I loved them. And then when we ran out of the Huggies, then we used Pampers, and I love Pampers as well. I'm currently using Huggies again right now because we ran out of our Pampers and someone gifted us Huggies. And I love them both like the same. I literally have no complaints about either of them. So yeah, those 2 are the only ones we've tried, but I have no complaints on them. So someone said tips, must-haves to adjusting to life with a newborn. So for me, I feel like adjusting my life to having a baby wasn't that hard. I had quit my job in my first trimester because I was extremely sick and I just couldn't do my job. It was around food, people, I got nauseous all the time. It was just not a fun thing. And my husband knew that we would be okay with just his income, so he let me quit. So I was kind of preparing like the entire time I was like off for my life to change. I didn't really do much. We still lived with his parents, so I did not have like a set schedule or anything because I wasn't working. Once we moved into our house, I had a little bit more of a routine of just like, you know, cleaning the house, making dinner, stuff like that. I was living like my best life. I've always wanted to be a housewife. It's something I've wanted since I was a little girl, and then I've also wanted to be a mother since I was a little girl. So like I said, adjusting wasn't that hard. When we brought him home, like everything was perfect. I mean, I had a really rough postpartum because I had a UTI that went kidney infection that turned sepsis, almost died. I had to go to the hospital. I was in and out of the hospital for a couple days. We're still dealing with the UTI at this moment. It will not go away, which is crazy. Adjusting to that, like having him, has been amazing. Adjusting to how my body is handling like itself after having a baby has just been a little bit harder. But yeah, life really isn't that hard. I mean, you just have to accommodate their needs, and you have to understand it's going to take a little bit longer to get out of the house now, to do anything really, because they come first. So the next question is a great question. It's how do you handle your self-care or house chores if the baby just wants to be held? So you guys know my biggest thing for me personally is I knew after I had a baby that the main thing I still wanted to do was my makeup and my hair every day, just because that makes me feel like most myself and like put together, and I know I can be my best self for my baby if I feel 100%, and I knew that's what I needed to do. So if he is being needy in the moment of me getting ready, I always put him in his bouncer right outside the bathroom, and I'm right there, and he can see our TV as well. So usually the Roku screen is just going on, so he'll stare at that a little bit. He likes to stare at me, so I will talk to him as I'm getting ready or hang out with him and then go do one thing and then hang out with him again. But then if he just wants to be held in the moment, I will hold him. I mean, it's a little bit harder to do your hair and makeup when he wants to be held, but you can do it. It's not that difficult. It just takes a lot longer. The only thing that's a little difficult for me is doing my eyeliner when I'm holding him. But you can also wear them. So if you have a baby carrier, a baby wrap, or whatever, I suggest doing that. I did have to wear him a couple times because he was sick, or he just wanted me to hold him. So I would put him in his baby carrier. We have the Solly Baby one, and he would just love it. He likes to stare at me. It looks like he's breaking his neck, but he's not. But he likes to stare at me when I'm doing it. That's basically what you have to do. You just have to accommodate his needs and know that it's gonna take longer to get ready. It's gonna take longer to clean the house. Just wear him or hold him and just go with the flow. You might not get to do the house chores that day, or you might only get to do sweeping the floors that day, and that's okay, but at least he is taken care of, or your baby's taken care of. So I got a lot of questions being like, any advice? I'm about to have my baby, or any advice? I'm like close to having my baby. And honestly, my advice is going in there with an open mind. Don't go in there being like having everything scheduled out, because nothing is gonna go according to your plan most of the time. And if it does go according to plan, you are so freaking lucky. Like for me, mine actually did go according to plan, but it's not always like that. I went in there knowing I just wanted one thing. I just wanted the epidural. That's the only thing I had planned out. And I would rather do it vaginally than have a C-section, but if a C-section was needed, then we would do it, because the health of the baby and myself is so much more important than how I deliver him. So like I said, yeah, just go in there with an open mind. It's okay if some things take longer. Like I pushed for 2.5 hours. Did I want to push for 2.5 hours? No, I was hoping I could push for 30 minutes maybe. My sister-in-law literally pushes her kids out in like 5 to 10 minutes, and I'm like, I want that. Was that me? No, and that's okay. So just go in there with an open mind. Be okay for anything and everything to be thrown at you, and just enjoy it. Definitely enjoy the moment, because I am missing it so much now. He's almost 2 months old, and I wish I could go back and do my delivery all over again, which is crazy because I didn't feel any pain or anything like that because my epidural was perfect. That's basically my advice. Go in there with an open mind and just enjoy it a lot. So is my baby struggling with a gas at all? My baby is 3 weeks old and is super fussy and crampy. So my son is a very gassy boy, but we honestly just thought it was because of my husband. TMI. We are just a very farty family, and that's okay. It's normal. But we honestly think he just gets that from us because he's just a farty boy. He hardly complains. He does spit up. Not every feed, but a lot of the times, but he never complains about it. He did fuss about a week ago for a couple of days, so we gave him gripe water, and it definitely helped him, and he doesn't seem to be as fussy anymore. So I think he's okay, and that's basically all I have to say. Either try, if they're old enough, I would consult with your doctor first, gripe water or gas drops, and see which one would help your baby. And then, is your baby having tummy issues with formula? Mine had terrible tummy ache and constipation. So my baby is formula fed. Do not come for me. I'm sorry. I actually am not sorry. I personally wanted to formula feed, so that's what we chose. He is on a sensitive formula. My family is prone to lactose intolerance, so right away I just wanted to give him the sensitive formula just to make sure everything was okay with him. And he doesn't seem to be having any tummy issues, but he definitely is constipated. Not a lot, like he at least poops once a day. Sometimes he skips a day, which is not a concern. We talked to our doctor about it, nothing out of the normal. I would definitely consult your doctor with it if you think it's the formula, and they can recommend a different formula for you. But he seems to be doing pretty well on his. Someone said, my little man is 5 weeks and still only sleeping 2 hours at a time. How is yours sleeping? So Oliver is sleeping pretty well. I would say he does 3 to 4 hour stretches at a time. He sleeps better when he's sleeping with me, but I do not want him to get used to it. I'm not against co-sleeping. I would just rather him sleep in his bassinet. That way we both get, well, he gets better sleep with me, but I get better sleep. That way I can function for him during the day. So he sleeps 3 to 4 hour stretches in his bassinet, but if he is sleeping with me, he will sleep for 5 hours at a time, which is almost nice. But like I said, I can't sleep comfortably when he's in the bed with us, but he's usually pretty good. His stretches are getting longer. Yesterday he did about almost a 4.5 hour stretch in his bassinet. So I think we're slowly getting into the longer stretches, which I'm super excited about. But Oliver never really did like 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. He's always did like 3 and up. So I don't really have anything to tell you because I don't really know. Every baby is different and you just have to like figure it out. So this one is, for a new mom, in what ways can you expect your life to change? So just expect, like I said in the beginning, everything is gonna take 10 times longer. I used to be so good at getting out of the house on time, guys, okay? Or whatever. Like, we still do pretty good with appointments and stuff, but I feel like I'm going out with my mom and she's like, okay, like I'm gonna pick you up at this time. I'm like, Mom, you're gonna have to come inside because like I'm not ready yet. It takes so much longer to get everything ready because like he might have to eat when you're about to walk out of the house, or he might like explode in his diaper right when you're about to walk out of the house or something like that. Expect a whole lot of love. There's so much love. It is insane. This baby knows nothing but his mom and his dad, and I think it's the sweetest thing ever. He just looks at you and just gives you the biggest smile, and it's just like, I have never felt this amount of love ever. And my husband and I have a great relationship. We have a great relationship. I love him to death. He loves me to death, but something about having a baby is, it's just a different type of love, and it's crazy because you're like, I made this baby with someone that I love so much, and now he's a piece of me and a piece of him together. It's insane. It's amazing, and that's really it. Like, it's gonna take a lot longer to get ready, and there's so much love. It's not even funny. Also, it is tiring, very tiring. You might not get enough sleep one night, and you might be so emotionally drained, and that's okay. It's expected. Being a mom is tiring, a lot of work, but it's so rewarding. Like, it's literally the best thing ever, and I have nothing but amazing things to say about being a mom, and it's everything I have always dreamed of and more. So I'm gonna answer like 2 more questions, and then I'm going to end the video because it's already getting a little bit long, but I will probably be doing a part 2. So definitely comment down below if you want to see a part 2, because I still have so many questions to answer. One of the questions is, what did you do before being a stay-at-home mom? So before I was a stay-at-home mom, I actually worked at Publix. I was a cashier part-time, and I was also on YouTube. So I did YouTube part-time as well, because I do make money on YouTube. So it was like my part-time job, and then Publix was my part-time job as well, but I didn't like working there. But yeah, so that's what I did. I worked at Publix. Okay. How are you comfortable taking him on vacation? I'm so anxious taking him anywhere. So this will be the last question. If you don't know, we're taking Oliver on his first Disney trip. If you don't know me and my husband, we are Disney obsessed. Disney is our vacation place. That's where we go once or twice a year. We went at the beginning of 2021. I was pregnant with Ollie Pop, so I couldn't ride anything. which was so upsetting. I don't recommend going to Disney when you're pregnant because you can't ride all the fun ones. Well, personally, in my opinion, like all the ones I love, I couldn't ride. But I honestly am not scared to take him on vacation. I don't know why. I'm going with my parents too, so it's our family vacation that we always go on. We always go with my parents and my siblings. So there's gonna be a lot of hands if I honestly feel overwhelmed. And also my mom and dad have said that they will watch him while my husband and I go on some rides that we want to go on. And then our wedding anniversary will be in Disney, which is so exciting. We're gonna be in Disney on May the 4th. If you don't know, that's our wedding anniversary. So we're gonna be doing something on our anniversary as well. I wish I had advice to give you on struggling with that, but I honestly just am not scared to take him. I am a little nervous for the car ride because it's 8 hours, so I don't know how he's gonna handle being in the car for 8 hours. I'm not really nervous. I have no anxiety about it. I just can't wait to show him Disney World because it's something that we love so much. It's where we took our announcement pictures, and we're going to recreate our pictures with Oliver in them, which is so exciting. So yeah, I have no advice. I'm sorry. I wish I did. I'm just not that scared. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope there was a bunch of information or whatever questions were answered in this video. I hope that for you, but I still have so many questions on my Instagram, so I figured that I will probably do a part 2 for you guys if you're interested in that, answering the rest of the questions. Well, not the rest, because there's a lot, so there might be a couple parts, but I hope I answered as many as I could for you guys today. So I hope to see you in my next one. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. I love you guys, and I'll see you next one. Bye.